Señores, señoras, señores, bienvenidos a Brazil. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Brazil. It is, of course, the MRC show that never ends. We are here. We are in the sunshine. Thank goodness. In the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache, otherwise known as Interlagos in Brazil. Good evening. Welcome to Tier 1, Round 3. We've already seen a fantastic race in Tier 2, one that started with a little bit, could you say, controversy or short planning? Probably the latter, I would have to say. But we move on. Congratulations, though, it has to be said to Stub and Gatian Williams 1-2. Now, can the Willy boys do it again in Tier 1? That remains to be seen. I don't think we've got sound, so let's pause. I come out. There we are. We have the sound pack. Better introduce my co-commentator for this evening. He's back after a little bit of a hiatus. Well, joining me anyway from a little bit of a hiatus. It is such a pleasure to bring him back. He is the man who has, well, one day he was known as a king, the next he was known as a millionaire and a winery owner. Make of that what you will. He is a man of, well, should we say split personalities? Could we go with that? Why not? Why not? He is my man in papaya, my one and very good friend and good teammate as well. It's Mr. Monster. Good evening, my friend.
I shouldn't have given you that much ammo on that one.
No, you shouldn't.
I'll let you off. Well, I'm back, people. Did you miss me?
It is good to have you back, my friend. It's been a while, actually. It's been a while.
It has. We were in different tiers for last season, though, weren't we? So,
yes,
probably was the contributing factor to it. But yes, Brazil, a classic, a very good favourite.
Yeah,
probably not from what I just displayed.
It's a favourite of many drivers, you'd have to say. It's such a short track. You've only got 2.67 miles around here in the city of Sao Paulo. And yeah, it's such a good circuit. You've got the fast first sector, fast last sector up the hill, and then that tricky, technical, tight middle sector where onboard the confetti crate going through it as we speak. Uncle Sam 40 has already crashed out and retired from this session. Hopefully that
just will... 4 by the looks of it.
Ooh, yeah, easy to do. You can get on the outside curb and lose the rear. So yeah, easy to do, and then you are just a passenger at those speeds. So we put 9 already in for confetti, sets us going. And welcome to everybody already watching. Yeah, an 8.6 from Lauren. Now, he's shown already what speed he has already in Mexico last time out. And it's nice to see he's in a good car as well this time. Proper car.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that papaya car. Do you know?
It just looks so good. It's just the best one out there by an absolute country mile. Oh, Chatty Duck there puts in an 8.3. I think... I'm calling it now. We've still got 14 minutes left. We're going to be in the 1.7s. Without a doubt.
It's a safe bet.
I think it is going to have to be a bit of a safe bet. A lot of cars out on track, but it looks even busy if you look at the track map down in the right-hand corner. Looks a lot busy because it says a short lap, and it's difficult sometimes to get out the way and prepare your own lap and judge who's coming. And just to get that space, it's very, very difficult. As we're on board with the blue of the Alpine of Mark Haney coming out the last corner. And what can he do? With his lap as down, he pops it just into second. Good banker from him. We know what Mr. Dean is like. Mark Haney pops it into fourth on a 7.3. Chris Bailey's on the medium tyres. Oh, an 8.1 from Ujoni, an 8.2 from Seppi. Yeah, I think it is a safe bet. So, okay, we're on 7s. We think it's going to be a safe bet. 1.7 what? If you're watching as well, what do you think the pole time's going to be? We think we're going to be in the 1.7s. What do you think? A 1.7 point what? What do you think, Andrew?
I'll go with a 4.
Ooh. Well,
There's
there is good time.
Evolution,
yeah. And we're getting
Prix.
closer. Prix gets that pips up by 5 thousandths of a second. Who's just popped that one in there? I think that was Liverpool and an 8-4. So yeah, I'm gonna go 107. I'm gonna say 5.
Sorry, just down a little bit.
105, potentially 6 is what I'm gonna say.
Very respectable time, but it's one thing you've got to remember about this place as well. It is very easy to invalidate. Yeah.
Yes,
Well.
can. Yeah, that pushing just that little bit, just that bit wide, trying to take too much curve on the exit, trying to carry too much speed. You're right, it is very easy to do, you're right. I mean, Tier 2 had to deal with monsoon conditions doing the first part, especially most of the way through that session, and it didn't half get better towards the end, though. I think that lap times absolutely tumbled towards the end of qualifying.
Nick BT joins us as well, and he's completed his lap 108.7.
Good lap from him. Slade just pops in a 110, an opening time from him. So Calvin and Chris Bailey. Somehow Chris Bailey has managed to select the hard tyres. Don't know how he's managed to do that, but if anyone can, it's the blowhole. Now Calvin's coming. He's giving a tour to... I thought it was Bergen. It is, and Bergen does a 108.4 good lap. So now we've got our 3-time champ just about to start the lap. So let's take this perfect opportunity to ride on board into turn 1. The Senna S is the infamous Senna S is through turn 2, upshifts to stop the rear from kicking out, uses the inside, hugs the inside, lets the car drift wide, DRS wide open down the Retro Aposta, flat out over 200 miles an hour, heavy braking at the 100 metre board, into the turn 4, the Desida de Largo turn 4, and flat out through turn 5 as we start to climb back up and up and up the hill into turn 6, Ferradura. At the top we go into Campos, I can't pronounce that one, number 7. Turn 8 doesn't have a name, and Pinarino turn 9 there, long corner, and then we go through the double kind of, it is double corner but it's turn 10, the Bigo de Pato, and then through Magulo, turn 11 down the hill, cars moving nicely out the way, and into turn 12, the infamous Junkao doesn't let the car, and he's lost the back end out of Junkao. Oh, I need to stop commentator cursing people.
There's where the...
Yeah, we'll move on, we'll leave him. Yeah.
Oh, we've had a response in the chat. I think if you select the harder compound at the start on the tire select screen, you do get harder in the qualifying, apparently.
Oh,
so
that's interesting.
Chris managed to get him.
Yeah, that's interesting. Thanks for that, Boothie. Appreciate that, mate. Let's have a ride on board. He was the first man out and unfortunately went straight on at turn 1, but it is the local, well, he's local for me, Mr. Ride Car Rambo. What's Ryan going to do into turn 4? And then out through turn 5, looking nice and neat. There's a straight tyre on there, I think left by Uncle Sam. The Stars and Stripes decided to leave debris scattered around the track, but it won't matter to Ryan. He will just ignore that as he comes into turn 8. Turn 9 as well, upshifts nice and early to stop the rear from kicking out and getting that best traction he possibly can. Now down the hill into Magulo, and then will he fare better than Jay Sarge out of Junkao? He does. Now he's going to have the long drive through 13 there, up through Sabina de Boxes, the box corner of 14. And Aqua Bancada is that one there. Turn 15 takes the shortest run to the line. And what's he do? 11th on a 109.3. We're in a 7s already. Johnny's put a 7.8 on the board. Wow.
I think he's trying to replicate real life, isn't he?
I think so.
Spoiler alert for everyone who has not watched the race yet.
Well, technically that was on Friday, qualifying. Dynamite's a 10th and a half up. Going to get a nice little tour up the hill. The man in red takes the shortest line he possibly can. You can invalidate there, so careful not to do that. And what's he do? 8-1! Oh, I thought we were going to get Dynamite into the 7s as well there.
There's more to come, I think. There's more track evolution to come.
Yeah, but it has clouded over a little bit. Now, if anyone from Tier 1 or has... Oh, Richard Bailey said a 1069. 1069? Wow. I want what you're on down in Leeds. Whatever you're having, it's strong stuff, but I like it. And I want some of that. I went out of beer. I had it before we started, so I'm a bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie. So let's have a look. Cheers, Sarge. Oh, Ryan's retired from the session as he had a moment. He did, he had it up the hill. Oh, dear me. Oh, he'd already dropped to 13th as well. That's so unlucky for him, but his racecraft is always there, so sure he'll make up place and fighting to get up there in the papaya. So let's have a look. Cheers, Sarge into turn 4. Purple first sector. Now, even though it says purple first sector, I've learned, I don't know if you know this as well, Andrew, that it's purple to your delta times of people you can see in your like the 5 people you can see.
Yes,
it doesn't always mean that. Purple overall. So
very
he's quicker.
Deceptive.
Yeah, it is very deceptive. Yes, you're right. So he'll be quicker than Chris Bailey / Confetti in Sector 1. What's he going to look like? It probably will be purple in Sector 2. It's not actually. Actually purple in Sector 2, so he may have lost a little bit of time. He had to go past a couple of cars. He may have got out the way. He had cold tyres, Ryan. That's what happened to him. Oh, that's so unfortunate. So unlucky. And Sarge does a 1089. Okay, time for one more run. So who is up there? Who's going to be on a fast lap? Reese. Oh, I think he's lost it. I think Reese has lost the back. He has, so he's going to dive out the way for a fast Ferrari, which will be Nick BT, I do believe it is. He was a 10th up on his lap time. Watch him down into Zhongkao. The only one I can actually remember off the top of my head.
Great run up the...
DRS up, but he's out of ERS yet, build. He's going to lose time all the way up the hill there with no ERS at
just multiplies.
Who have we got? We've got the former Champione, Mr. Saviour, on a fast lap, currently down in 14th. But with that clouding over, how is that going to affect the track and tyres?
Pull it down.
Yeah, it's not going to offer as much grip now, is it?
Not very
slightly up. Oh, and invalidates. So Junko tries to just turn in a little bit too early, bounces over the curb. I'm now wondering with this cloud cover, I don't know what you think, that potentially we may have seen the fastest times we're going to see.
I think there's a bit more track evolution. Depends on if the rain holds off.
Well, that's the thing. Oh, Seppi's just pitted as well. Okay, he just set a purple middle sector, and he's pitted. But let's have a look at Liverpool's on a slow lap. Made a mistake potentially somewhere. So everyone's in the pit pretty much. We've got Chris Bailey. Let's have a look at the blowhole himself. He's just done a lap time. He is on a slow lap. May have potentially invalidated his previous one. Yeah, most drivers in the pits just gearing up ready for the final third run that they will all, pretty much all do.
There's a few of them at the pits now.
Yep, who joins the first one to blink, trying to get as much space as he can on track. We've got Reese and Mark Ainley as well on an out lap. Sometimes it's ideal though, you get round. Yes, you're right about the track evolution, but you get round before everyone else comes out of the pit. So you're on your in lap while you're far enough round for them when they're on the fast lap to like not be in the way. Or not have to duck, dodge. Whatever it is. Duck, dive and dip, dodge, I can't remember.
Dive, weave, I think is in there, I don't know.
Yeah. Dodge, duck, dip, dive and dodge. That's the one. There's no wrenches being thrown. Just tyres. Just rubber. Now, what can our current pole sitter do? He is on 107.8 currently. Is he going to be able to improve? And he doesn't because he's invalidated turn 2! Does that open the door? Does that open the floodgates for Reese, who's next to come along after Johnny? Goes a purple first sector, just slightly quicker than his previous best. Now he's got Ujoni up ahead of him. Car following suit soon. Now what did he do? Looks very, very neat. Up the hill, through the banking. Very easy to lose the rear through there. A little bit of a snaky bit coming out, but very nicely through 8. Through the double, what is technically a double of 9. Gets the car rotated very, very nicely. Car moves out the way. He can take turn 11 absolutely perfectly as much as he wants to. And he is up slightly again. This is a slight improvement. Is it going to be quick enough? That is going to be the question as he powers up the hill. Through the box corner, as we're going to call it. Takes the shorter line, the least path of least resistance, and he crossed the line of 7.9. So close!
I think he might have a recharge lap and go again.
Well, it is potentially. You don't seem to charge very much, I've noticed, around here. Potentially. Fingers crossed for him.
There's not many heavy braking zones, though, is there?
Exactly, yeah. I think I charged in quali, even in the wet, about 50%. Wasn't really. It was just about enough in the wet.
Yeah. Johnny's having another go. 6,000's up at the minute.
Yep. Chris Bailey's improved to 12th. Good lap from him. Chatty Duck's popped on a 108.6. 107.86. Chatty Duck. Wow, great lap from Donald Duck. Volunteers popped it up into 5th.
Johnny validated his lap top of the hill.
Oh no.
Has he got time to go for another run?
He won't. We've got less than a minute left. What can Seppi do? I'm going to start calling him that. Seppi do, and he goes 4th on 108.0.
Seppi do.
Dynamite now.
I've got that in my head now.
I know.
He's going to hate us after this.
Yeah, possibly. Oh, Dynamite slightly down on his first sector time, but he's not going to be too worried about that because it's absolutely minuscule. So he'll know if it's good or not. So he's going to be absolutely fry on a charge. Oh, very, very snaky top of the hill. That's absolutely really throwing him out into turn 7. How much time's the last? Has he actually bailed on this? No, he's still going to go. He's still going to have a look at his. We'll soon get an idea through his middle sector time. He has bailed now on his lap. So who else is now on a lap? Is Lauren on a lap? He is not. He has done his quick lap. What about Lirapel? What can he do? Path leaves distance to the line. Can we get it? Oh, what a hit one! Well, this is a little bit close. Calvin popped it up into 12th. Seppi's crossed the line. Nick is finished with his lap as well. So, there we have it. Ujoni in the Mercedes takes pole position with Donald Duck in 2nd. Reese will take 3rd, starting the 2nd row with Seppi in the Haas. Liverpool in 5th with a champ Kid Dynamite in 6th. Lauren here in 7th in the lead of the Papaya cars. The 2nd Ferrari in 8th. Xavier in 9th. Bergen, good luck from him in 10th. Markelian in 11th. Calvin in 12th. Jess Sarge, 3-time champ of course, in 13th. Chris Bailey in 14th. G-Star in 15th. Confetti in 16th. Slayer in 17th. Ryan unfortunately DNF'd in 18th and 19th. It's Sergeant Uncle Sam. Of course we are 1 down tonight in tier 1, but look at that, 400ths of a second separate the top 2.
As you say, it's a really tight delta here.
Yeah, it really, really is. I mean, look at that, the second 1.1 seconds separate the top 15 drivers. That's how close it is at the top there.
Crazy.
I think it's just going to come down to strategy. Now, are we going to see the wet stuff? It has clouded over at the end of qualifying. Doesn't mean anything for the race, though. Is it going to be cloudy? Is it going to be beautiful sunshine? Or are we going to see the wet tyres come out? Who's set up for it? Who's set up with a bit more wing level, bit more height in their car? Or who is going for the outright top speed? We will see very, very shortly. Who do you think then? Early tips.
There's a few in this. There are a fair few in this.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've commentated on
I think
T1.
it wasn't since last season, I think.
Yeah, I think you did do a little bit, didn't you? Yes, last season, of course, with Mr. Banshee, and it's wet.
Oh, this throws a wrench in the works.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is exciting.
This also makes me think as well. Who thought of a wet setup in qualifying?
Yeah, I wonder. Now, I'm hearing what is going on in general chat. It's popping up here in Discord. Wow. So this is interesting. I think it's doing what it said it was going to do on the tier 2, where in the top right, where it has the Q and the R, it would have had rain. In the bottom right, the bottom left, where it says race, would have been rain, but the rest of it would say dry, 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and so on. It did the opposite for us in tier 2. And I went with dry setup because I got caught out in Mexico with this. In MRC X. And my good friend Mr. Hardy. It's glad to have him back in stewards, and we should hopefully see him back in the commentary box very soon, so I hope he's feeling well. As well, Mr. Hardy, so all the best to you. But I wonder if that's played a part in it. Is everyone on the intermediate? It's intermediate, so it's not too damp, as Mr. Simba said. It's moist. There's a little bit of moisture in the track.
And to us, Brits, it's a normal day.
Yes, this is perfect sunshine. This is perfect summer's day for us. I'm in the northeast. I mean, crikey, this is holiday weather. I mean, heaven knows what it's going to be like for Mr. Banshee up in Scotland, but you know.
I'm just thinking of that scene in Family Guy. It's raining sideways.
Yes, yeah, I know which one you mean. Well, having said that, Mr. Banshee is not at his native homelands. He is currently, if he is watching, I hope you are. Although the time difference, I'm not sure what the time difference is to South Africa, to be honest. He may be watching this back another time, but he is in South Africa at the moment for the week.
Interesting. Not.
Yeah, I wonder if they can understand him.
That's what I worry about.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he took a translator. Seems to be a glitch of a Alfa Romeo at the back who's suddenly going backwards. I don't know what on earth has happened there from the Slayer. He will join the pack in 17th. And I'm thinking, look at this, we've seen a lot of drivers struggle to get into their grid slots, so he's just about there. Perfect. So, folks, 36 laps. The wet, the moist, and we can't see the lights. There we go. We've now got 5 lights, and we go racing. Ujoni gets a good start, not a bad start from both the Haas drivers as well. Reese has already come on alongside of Chatty Duck around the outside of turn 1. No, nice and clean. Hopefully it's all further back. Reese has now got past the Duck. I mean, this should be perfect weather for him. There's a spin further back. Who's that?
Williams and an Aston.
Williams and an Aston. Who on earth was that? That is potentially serious. Drop back a little bit. Let's have a quick look. I know we put the position changes on. There we go. I think it was Saviour caught up in a little bit of that. Chatty Duck now has lost 3 places since the start. Nick, okay, that's a strange one for gaining 1 place because he's.
Bergen's round. There's a Mercedes off 2.
Yep, Nick BT spun. There's debris all over this track. There's a Williams right there. There's an Aston Martin. There's a Mercedes has gone. That's G-Star has gone. We've got a virtual safety car, which is more than tier 2. So could have done with 1.
There's damage on the Ferrari.
And Ryan looks like he's got away with it. He may have missed it. So Bergen, let's have a look. Does he have any damage on the front of that? Williams, I don't think he does. You're right, there is on the Ferrari. The AlphaTauri doesn't look too bad as well. We can't see from this wide angle. The Alpha.
Wing end fences the Ferrari.
Good spot. I think the Williams and Bergen looks okay as well. Now, it depends on how it's going to be. What's it going to be like in these damp conditions?
If I was Nick, I'd pit straight away and get that repaired.
Yeah, Slayer's pitted as well already. Quick recap then, folks, of that crazy. Yeah, Nick has actually pitted. Good call. They're already going green as well. It wasn't on for very long, so Joni leads away. The sole remaining Mercedes with the AlphaTauri in pursuit. Seppi has moved up to third, lapels up one to four. The Donald Duck has not got his paddles on. He is down to fifth. Mark Ainley up 5 spots in the Alpine. Great start from Mark Ainley. Dynamite down 1, Lauren Deer down 1, Sarge up 4, Chris Bailey up 4, Confetti up 5, and Uncle Sam, the Stars and Stripes up 7 spots. Red Car up 4 as well. So quite a few big movers up there, you'd have to say.
Oh yeah, definitely. Say he's got to get this. He's got to settle into a rhythm now, especially in this weather. And if I recollect correctly, these guys don't run traction control, do they? In Tier 1.
Good call. No, you're right. They do not, of course. New for this season, the rule change that we change every couple of seasons to keep the, you know, the best guessing, if you like. Yeah, you're right. We've taken away their ability to use traction control. And oh, as we say, Reese got a big slap on. He's gone just about. Keeps out the wall through turn 3, and that is exactly what you were saying to start with. Don't run traction control.
They're going to have to. I think I've heard it from commentary once. You want to feather it in the rain. As I say, you just like Ferrari's round. Ferrari.
Oh, it is. It is. That's Dynamite. Dean's lost it.
Very awkward spot.
Yeah, to try to recover. He has done. I don't know if he's got damage. You'll be able to investigate that one for me.
He's missed the wall. I think he's missed the wall. The Ferrari looks unscathed.
Thank you, Ted Mond.
Don't worry, I've been called worse.
Andrew Kravitz on the scene, of course.
I think Bonotto's probably tearing his hair out now. Wait.
Yeah, no, Joni was. I mean, Seppi was. Oh no, it was Reese, sorry, that was battling. But this battle behind Seppi, with, I mean, if we had DRS, which we do not, it is too wet at this point. I don't think it's raining heavily though, so will we see it dry up later in the race? That is potential. But Mark Ainley, I tell you what, I think he's got a bit more of a setup on.
I've just noticed something interesting. And I don't know whether this is a gamble or whether this is preemptive and it's backfired. The Slayer's on a set of mediums.
That is brave, I would have to say. We're going to have to watch that delta time to the guys ahead. Yeah, Nick's fit and he's put the inters back on. He thinks, no, it is not that dry for those. They are a long way off the pack, of course. 31 seconds is the Slayer off the back of Calvin, who didn't manage to get past Dynamite. Dynamite now in 15th, 2.7 off the back of Ryan. Yep, I think he has. The Slayer has gone round at 3.
It's going to be the tyre heat up, especially in this weather.
Oh yeah, they'll take a long time. I just don't see them getting enough purchase.
Not yet. I think he's gone too early.
So let's look on board. We're going to ride on board with Mark Ainley, one of the big winners so far this race. Let's get rid of as much as we can off the screen so we can enjoy as much racing and Tier 1 action as we can. Yeah, it's definitely inters, I think. That does not look dry enough to me. The rain is falling. You can see it there on your screens, folks. It just doesn't look like it's dry enough.
This is in the right direction, I think. I think those times are dropping.
Yeah, as the tyres warm up and the wet tyres, the intermediate tyres do get better after about 3 or 4 laps. And the fuel starts burning off. The drivers learn to see where the grip is on the track. So I think we're going to see it happen for probably most of the race, I would have to say. And I think it's going to be a one-stop strategy. If it stays like this, you're looking at a one-stop. Inters potentially to inters again. Or would you try to eat them out and potentially run a set of softs? If it dries a little bit.
Depends on the end of the race. I'm just having a quick look at red car against Saviour. In a minute, just gonna have a quick run at each other up the hill.
Yeah, we're not moving from this battle for second place. It's second down to sixth. Prix potentially was in sixth and had that moment through turn 3. And now trying to fight his way back through Donald Duck. Mark Ainley, who seems to be coming into his own as a bit more of an intermediate specialist, shall we say. I probably said that too early, but Liverpool is pushing the Haas through turn 6 and through turn 7.
Yeah,
Seppi doesn't seem to have the overall speed. Go for it, sorry, Andrew.
I think I just cut to it. I think Seppi made a mistake a little bit coming off turn 4. He was a bit wide.
That explains. Yeah, would have lost about half a second. The gap was about 7 tenths. Now down to only 3 tenths, and they are literally nose to tail all the way through. You could throw a blanket over them and keep them out of the dry, of the wet even, and in the dry. And as Seppi goes wide again through 11, is that going to compromise him and his speed up the hill? Who's going to be running the high wings? Who's going to be running the lower wings? Let's have a look from the back of Donald Duck. And I think he's running quite high wings because Mark Ainley really pulled away up the hill. But of course, who knows what's happening with the ERS deployment?
I'm just having a quick scan on that. I think Mark Ainley's burned through some of his compared to the others.
Yep, let's have a quick look. Well, to be fair... Oh, Seppi's gone! Seppi's gone outside of 3. We've now got a full safety car! From second place, under pressure, didn't see what happened.
Yeah, he's lost the front wing.
So it looks like he'll have hit the wall. That's bad news for Johnny. He was just in nice comfort zone as well.
Can't see any damage on the front wheels though. Oh no, the front right's missing off completely.
Yeah, 3 wheels on his wagon. He won't get round with that one. Anton, yeah, and sorry you couldn't make it, my friend, but glad to see you watching. Glad to see you taking part in the YouTube chat as well. Fingers crossed you get the connection issues resolved. I have cleared that car now, so can't actually see any of the damage that was would have happened. But you're right, who's going to gamble? Is anybody going to gamble? That is the question. Not who, but anyone. It's going to take a little while to sort out because the Slayer... has he pitted again? I don't think he has. Let's have a quick look. No, he hasn't, so... He's still on the medium tyres. Nobody of the main front runners are coming into the pit at this stage.
No, everyone seems clear. They're not coming in.
But if it's still raining slightly, then it makes sense not to...
Oh, there is a car in. It's Bergen.
So let's have a look down there. Good spot now. But was he not in a bit of... Well, no, he's not. He's just going for another set of intermediates.
Okay.
He's not going to lose a great deal. He'll lose... Well, Calvin's pitting as well. So he's not going to lose any places from where he was. Free pit stop.
Yeah, some fresh rubber, might as well.
Calvin's doing the same thing. It may lose 1 spot to Nick. But why not? Why not, indeed?
Yeah, fresh rubber.
Do you think that makes a difference on intermediates? I mean, it may do later on.
The sun's coming through.
Ooh, let's go on Boulder Joni. You've spotted something there. The rain has stopped. So those who are crying out thinking what happened to it being dry, does look like the rain has now slightly, little bits up the hill, but that's not as much as it was earlier.
No, I think there is some changes soon.
I think we could. But the Slayer has also re-pitted. What has he put? Oh, he's put the intermediates back on, you see. Kid Dynamite's pitted. So this is interesting. Now, are we going to see? Is Dynamite going to be brave? Keep an eye on it. Nope, intermediate as well for Dynamite. So I think it's too early. There's not enough of a dry path. It's usually roughly when it says the RS enabled, doesn't it? Is normally when we think, okay, now it's time to dive in.
That's normally my signal.
Yeah. I'll have to second that with you as well. You're right, it's definitely getting a bit brighter out there. Already, we're on lap 9 of 36. Nearly, not quite, but nearly a third of the way through this Grand Prix, and that's the thing with this track. It is such a short lap, as we mentioned at the top of the stream, but it is a busy lap.
It is. You're not normal. It's not a quiet one when you just think, okay, let's have a relax. No, I'm just going to be back in.
Yeah, it's
Kept very active.
yes, very true. And the pit straight, it's not straight for quite some way, and even then, it's very bumpy.
That I will agree with you.
Yeah, so it's keeps you on your toes still.
Definitely.
Oh, Seppi's left the session. That was so unlucky for him. We will see
He'll be
you
back.
next week. Potentially even see you on Friday. Of course, MRCX has got a special 100% race round this beautiful, well for some, circuit in Brazil. 100%, 71 laps. All 4 tiers, or members of all 4 tiers, will be taking to track in their custom liveried F1 cars. So 7:30 Friday evening, do not miss it. If you haven't subscribed already, do so. Ring the bell, get the notifications of when we go live for 5 races a week. Of course, Wednesday, first of all, we will have Tiers 3 and Tiers 4 from 7 PM on Wednesday, and then we have 7:30 on Friday for MRCX.
Spoils, aren't they?
They are. I bet there are not many, if any, other leagues that have 4 tiers of racing. I've seen a lot of leagues that have 2. I don't think they've got 4.
I think
Plus
I
a
know
mixed
of
tier
one.
grid.
I know of one. But I won't say something I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, we ain't plugging anybody else. They
No,
should be
I
joining
know, I
us.
know.
They should be plugging us.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, don't go anywhere, folks. This week in also, if you haven't, please do subscribe and like and follow our social media channels as well for all results and all things
Cars,
MRC safety cars coming in. Joni then is now the de facto safety car. Get the last bit of heat that they possibly can, especially in. Sorry, Hans just put something in the chat. That was quite good. Now, when is Joni going to go? We're going to ride on board. Doesn't want to go too early, but he does go, and does he catch Liverpool napping? He does a little bit, but Liverpool's got really good straight line speed. He's just still weaving out the straight down to get as much heat as he possibly can into those tyres. Only 410, so Johnny Prix didn't seem to kind of fall foul a little bit. Gets a little bit argy-bargy further back with Reese, Donald Duck. Lawrence is back there as well. Confetti's got 3-second penalty. Jay Sarge is now up to 7th.
Mark Ainley's all over Laravel. Going to turn 4.
Yeah, sorry we missed that one. Sorry, but it just manages to defend. But Mark Haney's got such a drive outside of 4. Wow, what a save for Mark Hanley.
That could have been a wreck.
Yeah. That would have woken him up a little bit. If he was not paying attention before, he certainly is now. But you'd have to say from the opening 11 laps he's had of this race, he's definitely wide awake and ready to go at it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially after that nearly... Oh dear, I'm going to need to clip a car and spin off at 200 miles an hour.
Yes. That could have been game over. But yes, and if MRCX is a wet race, you better be ready to spend 2 hours commentating. I am not in the commentary box, I don't believe, on Friday, unless something changes. I'm hopefully going to try and race it. I need a bit of redemption, so I'm hoping to race. But we shall see. I tell you what, after the qualifying pace of these guys, I might start 15th.
I'll be 20th, knowing myself.
All in the race. No points scored, of course, for qualifying. It's all matters now. And Mark Henley, where did he start on the grid? Let's have a quick look. He started 11th on the grid. Because Sam started 19th, he's now up to 9th as well. So he's had an absolute stonking opening. Third of this race, as we are now a third of the way through. And this battle at the top, I mean, Johnny started to pull a gap but I think the drivers were unsighted when Reese had his little moment. Of course, now he's back up into 4th. And closing down Mark Henley, no one's really getting away. Johnny has now over that middle set now pulled the gap to 1.2 seconds. Doesn't matter for DRS, not enabled as yet, with a little bit of rain still falling.
You can overtake here though, which is a key thing. So the DRS is not as mega powerful here that it is compared to other circuits, I think.
Yeah, I think it's because everyone runs similar downforce with the rear wings, and yeah, it can be. It's one of those. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Up the hill, if someone's using a lot more ERS, as Nick BT and Xavier having a little battle, and I think Nick BT's just got back past the former champion, which is no mean feat in himself. But one of the best wheel-to-wheel races is Xavier. Always enjoy having a good battle with him. I have done in the past, and it's always respectful, always fun, as is a lot of drivers, you'd have to say, in MRC. So if you want some good, clean, but hard racing, MRC is the place to be, as we are seeing now. Mark Henley just maybe had a moment. He's dropped off the back slightly of Liverpool, who has closed that gap back down a couple of tenths this lap. Let's have a look further down the field. Sarge is not having a bad race. He's getting back up there. Currently chasing the papaya wagon.
Very nice car, that.
Certainly is. No arguments here.
We're not paid by Zach Brown for this.
No, should be.
I'll just take one of the Lego Technic kits.
Oh, I would love that. Girlfriend doesn't love me that much though. Oh, Sloan's gone very, very wide outside of 4. Is this going to give Sarge the drive through 5? Up the hill, is he going to try and go the outside? It gets very narrow there. The track is at its narrowest point. And then just moves over. Oh, Sarge clips the inside curb. Nearly loses the front and the back 4-wheel drifting. Good catch from Sarge. Looking not at as high a speed as you would be in the full dries, of course.
Short shifting up like crazy, these guys.
Well, especially with no traction as well, you kind of... Oh,
that McLaren twitch then.
Yeah, unfortunately the camera angle we were served was absolutely miles away. It was looking at downtown Sao Paulo, I think. Yeah, Sarge 6 tenths further off the drop. Chris is still just about a second back. He's dropped the Stars and Stripes a little bit as well. Chris is going to be looking to push forwards rather than having to look over his shoulder, which Lauren is having to do, and it's a scary thought. I mean, but to be fair, if you're managing to keep a man like Jay Sarge behind you, you're not doing a bad job in any way, shape or form. That's going to be scary.
Well, you don't get to be a 3-time champion for nothing.
Certainly don't. Sorry, the rain has not yet stopped. You can just see it now on the onboard footage from Jay Sarge as you climb back up the hill to turn 6s and 7. Lauren runs a little bit wide, but probably not the worst thing in the world in these conditions. But he does run a little bit deep, but Sarge isn't close enough to do anything and just hasn't got the grip, as most of the drivers don't at the moment. There is a yellow flag in Sector 2. Who was that's gone round right, has got a penalty, unfortunately for him. Yellow flag, but no one's gone round. So on we go. That gap now still hovering about 9 tenths of a second. Mark Henley 1.6 back with Reese and Donald Duck in hot pursuit. And I think that's the thing. I think if there was DRS, we would be seeing a lot more closer battles, dare I say, and a lot more overtakes. But Dynamite's just got through Uncle Sam into turn 1, so he typically, as soon as I said it,
I just like to go, oh, you said it now, let's just make him look silly.
yes. MRC drivers have a very good knack of doing that, I have noticed when I'm in the commentary box.
They just know it's you coming in, just go, alright, Hodges in, let's just do it deliberately.
Yes, yeah, let's just torture him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
The yellow flag set to the Slayer's gone outside of turn 4. Are we going to see a full safety car? We do! Now then, if it's not going to clear up, if we're going to see this rain, you're going to have 3 laps behind the safety car. The field is tightly bunched. If you pit, if let's say the leader pits, he will find himself behind Calvin at the back of that snake. But you're going to be almost not far bordering a half race distance. Would you risk it in pit? Well, although
we've seen a lot of the front pack going in.
We are seeing, wow, the top 8. Only one staying out there is Mr. Dynamite and Bergen staying out risking.
Dynamite went under the first safety car.
Oh, he did, yes, he did. Good call, so did Bergen. Nick did, he pitted early as well. But what tyres are they going on? What tyres? Where are we going? There we are. Inters again, fresh Inters. Still raining, but it was a lot brighter up that start-finish straight.
It's changing, I think.
It does seem to be getting a little bit lighter. But the rain is still falling. And I don't think it's going to go anything to dries with any time soon. And I think we're going to have... Actually, sorry, I kicked off there. Yeah, everybody went on to the new intermediate, apart from Calvin, who didn't pit. Nick BT, and of course, Bergen and Dynamite have not pitted. I'm just thinking strategies here. Would you say they may be counting on it drying up and getting brighter? They'll know it's getting brighter. They'll see the reflections off the car themselves.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where Dynamite was going there. He was going for a trip down the hill. But
he's trying to do Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. Of course, Kimi ended up down there. I think it was it in the Lotus days? Ended up down there.
2012. Yeah.
You're good. You're good with those dates. I missed that with us commentating, because if Arne says something, you pretty much know the year.
It's an unfortunate curse I have.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a little bit like Mr. Edens. He is also very good with things like that. The little F1 encyclopedia between you.
Yep.
Also, Mr. Hills is also very good with that.
Yes, our benevolent high leader.
He is. I mean, to be fair, I can't remember what I did 6 hours ago, so I've got absolutely no chance.
No, I remember what I was doing about 6 hours ago. I was just come home.
Fair. I think the safety car will come in this lap. It's just to see now what pace these top 3 have over the rest of the field on fresh intermediates.
Their tyres will be bedded in though.
Yeah, they'll be potentially easier to get warm, and they'll know how those tyres feel.
Yep.
So that being said, if it is going to get lighter, if the rain does stop, which it isn't at the moment, we still have... Well, it's easing a little bit. It is slowing down.
Not as big.
Yeah.
The spray being kicked up now.
Have you seen a safety car in this lap or not? I haven't.
I think it is, because Dynamite is backed off a lot from it.
Maybe they've seen something we haven't. Nope, safety car staying out. Just Dynamite had backed off. Maybe I think he was expecting it. I think Dynamite was expecting it to come in there, did Dean, and it didn't happen for him.
Well, you have to stay 10 lengths away.
Yeah, so he'll have had a little bit of a falling too far back notice, and then everyone had to go suit with him. So no harm done there, no harm. I mean, to be fair, a little bit of that extra full throttle pace will have helped everybody warm the tyres up and heavier braking, so that may bode them a little bit well should the safety car go in this lap, which we will expect it to. Although I have just been proven wrong twice this race already.
That's Bert Mylander taunting you now.
I'm trying to think who's next.
Binotto. Zach Brown. Toto.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Zach, they've already did that and underfilled me. So, you know.
Yeah.
I've already got done with that one. Once today. Let's not go again. So, yeah, sorry, I was going to say the winners and losers again, going back to what we had before the safety car potentially comes in. We're not going to take anything for granted. Well, again, we've got Mark Haney up there showing some fantastic pace already. Reese is on the fight back. Calvin's showing some good. He's up to 9th now. There we are. Finally, the safety car is coming in this lap. So this time, I think Dean did back the pack up early. He's definitely preempted that one. So I wonder if he's hoping to go early. Let the safety car go way ahead and finally get into the pits early.
He's backed off a load.
Yep, he has. The safety car now enters the pit lane. But when does the champ, Seeds and 8 champion, decide to go? He does. There he goes at the top of the hill through turn 14. And has he caught Bergen? Nothing, a little bit, but not too bad again. Because of the lack of DLS and the slipstream is all important, he will be in the slipstream. But Bergen's got Nick BT and a gaggle behind Bujoni Liverpool. Mark Ainley, Reece Chatty Duck, all very close. Sargent's had a move on Laurentier in turn 1. We're going to have to go and quickly so that side by side. They are. Sargent trying to go on the inside of turn 3. Keep it clean, boys, keep it clean. Just about still slippy. Tyres will not be at their full race temperature then. Chris Bailey just looking interested in the background, but just onto the inside of turn 4. Really wide. Just wow.
Next round.
Oh yes. Oh heck, I missed him.
I think he got tagged by the Red Bull.
Oh no, Nick. You're having such a good race as well, qualified fantastically. Hopefully he's kept it out the wall and can get going again, but oh, look at that Bergen. Got 1.6 seconds to Dynamite already this lap. Dean is absolutely on a mission to make the most of those tyres while he can before they start to drop off, and see if the rain decides. Still on the spitting, so we'll leave the rain be at this moment in time. I'm praying that it goes dry. I think that's what it is.
I am as well, but
well, Uncle Sam's got past Chris Bailey there, having a tussle through the middle sector now up the hill.
Another safety car again.
Oh, there is. It's Nick, I think, has brought that out.
Missing his front wing off the Ferrari.
Yep, he's cooked his tyres, and unfortunately, he's had to go in. So Mr. Bailey has got a little bit of support in the chat from a Mr. Thomas Grant. I wonder if he's related to Hugh. Come on, Bailey. Lou is watching from Florida and bet an American you'll win. Ooh! So Chris is not only just ahead of an American. Well, we think Sergeant Uncle Sam's American. We don't actually know. If anybody knows where Uncle Sam's from, please tell me. Anyone from MRC? I'm asking for you, Simba. He's watching. If not, Mandy will know. Mandy will always be watching.
So expands in the knowledge.
Oh, yes. If he is, then, well, he may not. Well, tricky conditions. It's one of those that we've just seen some fantastic drivers. Seppi, for example, G-Star, very, very quick driver. Nick, as well, we've seen a lot of drivers go around. What happened to Mark Ainley and Liverpool? Have they pitted? Again?
Yes.
They have pitted again. But Mark Ainley is ahead of Liverpool.
Why would you give up the track position?
Do they think they will not make it to the end of tyres? That is very interesting. I wonder if we missed it. We were looking at something completely different. Unfortunately, folks, talking about something totally different. I wonder if Liverpool did have wing damage. That is why Marquinhos will have followed him in, but beaten him outside of the pits.
That is a very good possibility, or either Liverpool missed the pits entry.
Yes, could have done. I did that. Unfortunately, I was too busy changing my MFD, and I did that in my stop. Easily done. Easily done.
Oh, we got some support from the Mercedes coming in on the chat.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ninja. Photo Johnny. You're looking in a good place, you'd have to say, there in third, fresher tyres. Technically net lead on that one because, of course, Dynamite and Bergen yet to pit. Rob Smith's waving. Good evening, Roberto Smithio, as you like to be called, I do believe.
Roberto Smithio getting ready for the World Cup there, are you, RG?
Well, it's one of those that I'm on the fence with the World Cup, and to be fair, I'm on the fence with football. I really am. Yeah, don't know. I am, and I hope England do well. Of course, we always want it to come home. Do I think Southgate's picked the strongest side? I think he's left some key people out. You know, well, hey, they want to get paid stupid amount of money, and we don't. So who are we? But the sofa experts who prefer F1. So Dynamite will take us away again. Dynamite's gone a little, probably the same place you'd have to say as last time. And Bergen a little bit closer than he was on the previous safety car restart. Johnny's a bit further back, but I tell you what, to this we've got further down, we've got Johnny Duck and Reese. Sarge has also gone to the inside. Confetti's retired from the session side by side. Johnny Duck had to back out, but look at this, we've got Chinside. Calvin's had to go through lower tier now. Through turn 3, the side by side. Look at this, where are they going? Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. He's got Calvin behind, and that's got Chris Bailey. They're actually in a party, these two usually, so they'll be talking to each other, saying, where are you all? I'm here, I'm now in front of you, thanks for coming past. Sergeant Uncle Sam's on his way through. Wow, he looked that made that look easy, did the Alpine. Sorry, Calvin, but he did. Who's now got saviour time up the inside at the top of the hill, and is this Mark Ainley on the fresh rubber? Looking to go around the outside of 8, not close enough to do so, but look at the grip that the Alpines has. He's going to have a look on the brake, and that gap's closing, backed out just. Oh, that was heart in mouth moment. I bet it was as well for Mark Ainley. But look at this on the outside of turn 11. That's absolutely superb. What a move that is. And very, very important, because Liverpool's at the moment. Ryan's now, I think he's had a moment as well. He's dropped down. He's now in 14, but ahead of Liverpool. Nick BT as well, back up there after his. I think Ryan and Liverpool, because Nick BT was the one that spun and was at the back of the pack. So something's happened early on. But look at this, Nick is now attacking Calvin into turn 1. Calvin gives him room. These camera angles are absolutely appalling, but then he gets the move done out of 1 into 2. Take note, Mr. Verstappen. That's how you overtake in turn 1 and turn 2. Nothing else to be said about that. I don't want to cause too much controversy. Well, I do, but, you know.
I thought I heard some people with pitchforks coming.
Yes. Torches are lit. Ooh, now that's big. Sergeant Uncle Sam, he's been very, very quick. He's now in a battle with Saviour in the outer reaches of the top 10.
Oh, the Alpha's gone! Sarge is off.
Oh no, Sarge, oh he is, but he's managed to get it in with Coop and only really lost, I think, 1, maybe 2 places. Reese and now Bergen, side by side. Reese has got the inside line, but is that now allowing you Johnny to have stick his nose in? Of course, he's got the grippier tyres, but now Reese has actually got the grippier tyres because Reese has already got past you, Johnny, so this is major. We can't keep up now. We've had a very quiet opening third of the race, and now it's all go. And all of this is just hopefully allowing, well, hopefully for him, allowing Dynamite to disappear off. It's only 1.5 seconds of gap, but what can Reese do about that gap? Only 12 laps left. How is there only 12 laps left? Is the question. Marquinhos, Saviour side by side over the hill. Marquinhos into turn 1. Saviour leaves him room, doesn't he? Knows when to back out of that one. Nick BT then looking interested.
Oh, well. Joe's been hit!
He's had a ball, he's gone on to...
attack from the house.
Oh no, that'll be Donald Duck,
Chatty,
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
Down to 12th to Joni.
Oh, you'll be absolutely gutted. But we've seen now the overtake is very, very close to packed field. Apart from the top two are just getting away now.
Dodgers ahead of Chatty.
Yeah. Then they move to the top of the hill. Every time I go to somebody, I'm seeing somebody else overtake somebody. If someone else moves, they're doing this to torture me tonight, honestly.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. There's different grips people are finding here. Has it stopped raining? Well, has it stopped raining? I'm trying to work out, has it stopped raining? It's pretty much stopping. There's a little bit down the bottom of this part of the track. Oh, look at Xavier potential. Oh, it's not around. Oh, look, Xavier going the curve and Xavier's round.
Watch the re-entry.
Yep, Johnny now battling with Nick BT on his way back up. Will he finally get a point? Chatty Duck's pitted, so he must have got some damage. Could you have a look at that? Well, Andrew Kravitz will send you down to the pit lane real quick and see if Chatty Duck has a rear wing from that contact with Johnny. But we're on the board with the man himself. It's 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Sergeant Bergen a wheel to wheel.
Chatty Duck leaving the pit lane. 1.2 seconds the gap now. Reese on the fresher tyres, of course. Dynamite has not pitted. I think he's hoping that it is going to stop. It's actually, no, it's still raining. Still spitting.
Calvin's out of spin. Front wing damage.
Oh no, Calvin.
Unlucky. Next teammate of mine.
Yeah. Former party member. He was a teammate of mine for a race. End of... Oh, I'm going to say season 7 in Australia, and he was tier 3 then, and he was. We did a bit. It was almost team orders. He had more penalties than me, and he knew he was. You know, he was going to finish behind me and wanted the victory on track. I needed it because we had. I think it was Bergen actually. This man I'm on board with who'd pretty much won the championship, but I was close on points with him at the time. And Calvin has retired up to hill. And are we going to get a full safety car? We do get another safety car!
But Milan does top the fuel up.
No. So let's have a quick look at these tyres. Dynamite did pit. He's on 18 laps on his tyres. Bergen's on 19. Are we going to see these guys pit for fresh inters to take... Well... After this, what we're thinking, we're going to have 7 laps left?
Should do.
7, yeah, roughly. Is it worth a pit stop? I don't know. Everyone watching, what do you think? Will we see any more pit stops before the end of this race? The people like the leader, Mr. Dynamite, and Mr. Bergen, will they need to pit again, or are they going to chance it another few laps under the safety car? Of course, we've had quite a few already, haven't we, Andrew? So the tyres won't be as worn as they would have been. T1 bringing all the safety cars worth that Tier 2 didn't have. And think Xavier Joni may pit. Okay, let's have a look. Lauren staying out, Sarge staying out. Like everyone's staying out. So Joni staying out. Nick BT staying out. Liverpool should stay out, I'd imagine he does. Xavier does dive into the pits. Well, 50%, we'll give you that one. We'll give you the 50%er. Chatty Duck. Going slowly up the hill, he may have had the timing delta. Especially now the main pack have caught up to the safety car. Xavier may not get out in time. Is Xavier having a front wing? Oh, I missed it.
No, I don't think he did. Change the tyres again.
Yep, fishing just to the end. Should see him nicely. Brian will catch up the pack shortly. And thinks, yeah, no point for the guys up front unless it stops raining. I think that's what some of them are hoping for. I said this since the off, that some of them may hope for the rain to stop falling, but it's still spitting. It did get a bit brighter, didn't it, halfway through, and now it's just seemed to have come back on a little bit. And it seems to be at this lower part of the track, which you don't normally see on this game. They can't get a lot of things right, but apparently they can make the rain change and the weather change in different parts of the circuit.
Yeah, just a shame they can't program the rest of it right.
Yeah. Yeah. There's actually no words to say about that because it's all true. So I think we'll have maybe potentially 2 more laps behind the safety car. Depends if Ryan, there in 14th, will get the Delta, or will he be able to go at a bit more of a racing speed and able to get the heat in his tyres and catch up the pack, which means I may go in this lap. I think looking at the map in the bottom corner of your screen, ladies and gents, I think we're going to just, he'll have the Delta and we're going to have another lap behind the safety car after this one. 6 retirements already from this race. G-Star went early on, unfortunately. Seppi, while he was battling in second place. Slayer went late on. He tried to risk it on the medium tyres. Worth a gamble. Didn't work, unfortunately for him. He will DNF. Confetti's retired, and Calvin now up the banking up out of Young Cow. So unlucky. Calvin was having quite a good race, I got to say. Good driver, good racer, and yeah, just really unfortunate. Tier 2 champion last time round and decided to stay in Tier 2 for one more season, try to defend his title. And if he is up there, then he will be promoted next season. Ryan is about to catch the pack. Will we
Just
see?
around the last corner.
Yeah, will we see the safety car come in this lap? Dynamite's backing them up already, just on the preempt that it may come in. Are we going to wait and see the message at the top of the screen? We do not. This is going to be a late call. Oh, we have one more lap behind the safety car. So we will have 7 racing laps.
Just another comment in the chat. Any more safety cars in this race? And could this race may finish on Tuesday?
I mean, if it happens like this on Friday, then it may finish on Saturday. With it being 100%. So there is that outside possibility. Say again?
There's a 2-hour limit, isn't there?
I don't think they do on here. We've never got there. That would be interesting to see. I really would. It's where is it that you are? It's 11:05 PM there, where he is. It's going to be a close call for it to be finished. I like that. So he's an hour ahead of UK. I'm not sure where you are, my friend.
I think he's on the continent, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure where.
He's across the channel.
Of course. LFC, Mr. Ant. I don't know if you are. Now, it could be Lille? Could be Lyon?
Yes, Lyon.
You know. Could be a fan of, not Liverpool. But calm down. I can't do it as well as Gav. So we'll leave that out. Calvin can't back the safety car that much to not make it come in. Well, don't know if that's the cause. I think he. I don't know. Oh no, Ant is a Liverpool fan. Poor lad.
They'll find a cure one day.
Yeah. But here we go, folks. We're gonna go racing. We are gonna have 6 racing laps. When does Dynamite go? He's not weaving as much. Is he gonna go the same spot? He's getting there, he's getting there. He goes a little bit later this time. Reese was on the ball. Lauren was really on the ball. Really close to the back. Sarge is also looking interesting. Lauren stays out on the inside of turn 1 on Lauren. Lauren gives him space. There's a car very wide in turn 1. Further back, but side by side. Sarge makes the move up to P3. Chris Bailey up to 5th. As look at that, his teammate Bergen is battling with Mark Ingley. We know is very quick in these conditions. But look at this further back. That's Jody's on the fight back. Is he going to try and take two? He's on the inside of Bergen through turn 4. Makes the milk. Bergen. Wow, little twitchy. Good save from Bergen. He's now got Stars and Stripes, who also gets very, very twitchy. Nick BT's looking interested. Is Nick BT going to try something up the hill? He's not, but he's also got the other Haas. Oh, look at that from Nick. What a down to the inside. Just as a tap. As a tap. That can easily spin the Ferrari round. He doesn't, but he's left the door open for the Haas. Haas can't get the purchase. Oh, and Nick's desperate. Look at this. He's desperate to get through. Does he have the traction outside of 10? He doesn't through now. He's going to have to be a little bit. He's going to have to wait even longer. Just but he dropped off the back of Lauren on that after his little battle. Coming through Marchini and Ujoni. I'm out of breath already. Tier 1 does not fail to do that to me. I think it's raining a little bit harder.
I think it is. It's been on and off, this race.
It has, hasn't it? You're very, very right with that one. Question is... Oh, there's big shoot! There's big shoot further back! What's happened there? That's Bergen involved a little bit. Nick BT, Sergeant Uncle Sam. We saw them getting close early on, and suddenly we just seen a lot of cars go sideways and off the track. Bergen, I think, has been a big loser in that one. So unfortunate. Well, we possibly may see that one in this.
Red car's out. And we got another safety car.
Apologies for that, folks.
You okay?
Completely lost my voice on there. That has never happened before.
We've got another safety car.
We have. Ryan went on the outside of 4 through 5. I have absolutely completely lost my voice now. Wow, that's not happened before. Wow. So yeah, another safety car again. We didn't really get a full flying lap in. Ryan's so unlucky with that one. Bergen decided to pit. I wonder if he had damage, if there was anything going on in that earlier incident that we saw with Nick and Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam's coming into the pits as well. Potential front nose cone. Is it going to be a front nose change? There isn't. No, just putting on some grippier tyres. Okay, that's interesting. What about Uncle Sam? No, it's damage on this game or not?
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting last couple of laps.
Sorry, yes, it certainly is. You know, Reese was very, very close to Dynamite. I think it's going to prove harder and harder on kids. A lot more worn tyres to get the heat and the grip back into them, and to have that confidence that you once had, because he hasn't had the laps to explore where the grip is. They're still going to be wearing slowly, but he's not going to be able to understand what's happening with them, if that makes any sense.
It does.
So with them being that worn, you'd have to say maybe at a bit more of a disadvantage than Reese. Yes, Andrew Sarge and Laurent, who are on grippy tyres. Let's just have a quick look at that tyre situation. The one on the fresher tyres is Marchini, who's found his way. Well, you said him and Liverpool gave up track position, and they were down in 14th, 15th at the time. Well. I would like to know how many overtakes we have had this race. Especially in the last two-thirds, because the first was kind of... wasn't tame. Everyone was very well behaved, everyone was just sizing each other up and heavy fuel. And now, everyone knows the conditions. And this gets to the business end of, I need some points here.
Definitely.
And at least fuel's not going to be an issue for any of them. I'm not going to let that go, by the way.
What's that?
The fuel situation.
I know.
We had 25 laps for Dynamite. He is... he is quite slow behind the safety car. Likes to back the pack up a little bit, and just so he can get the heat into the tyres when he wants to put his foot down a little bit. He's going to have to get close to it. I don't know if that causes the safety car to stay out, but it should come in anyway. The end of this lap, we always have 2 racing laps, so we'll see the safety car come in this lap. We certainly do. Yes. There we are. We're going to have 2 more racing laps. Can Dynamite keep that position? He's up 5 from his great start. Just Sarge up 10 spots. Chris Bailey up 8. Mark Henley up 6. Reese only up 1, but that just shows his consistency through this race after that moment that he had as well early on. And Mark Henley, Lauren Tier up 3 spots. Uncle Sam keeping his nose clean, just about up 6 spots, and the rest unfortunately are losing and have dropped places through this race. But let's get rid of all that. We have 2 laps of racing. Dynamite's gone a little bit earlier than he did last time on, trying to catch Reese napping. He's got 5-6 tenths of a second, but you can see Reese is so much quicker in a straight line, closing that gap by about half a 10. But I tell you what, Jay Sarge is not messing around. He's trying to go on the outside. Jay Sarge has gone too far. It's allowed Lauren T. And look at Mark Haley. He's almost 3 MS now 2, the 2, 3 MS now 3.
McLaren and the Alpine are on the outside.
And Mark Haley's got them both.
2 in 1.
Wow.
Incredible driving.
What was absolutely insane. Jay Sarge went from attacking for second to now out the podium, places in 4th. Oh, there's a big crash into the other one. It's Laura Cheers gone round. Jay Sarge has had the collision with him.
You can't make it up.
You exactly. You really, really can't. And that's the thing. If something's going to happen in F1, it normally happens in MRC. If there's something that happens in MRC, it usually does. No virtual safety car though. We are still going to have 1 more lap after 7 tenths of a second between Reese and Kidd and Reese and Mark Ainley. 8.5 now with Ojoni. A good recovery as well from Ojoni. God, Paul said it really worked well in the opening stages. The early safety car really hurt him and hampered him badly, and a few little bits of contact, I do believe, early on in this race. Look at that. Reese really closes down the straight. He's got so much more straight line speed than Kidd, but Kidd seems to be just finding that grip just enough. Let's have a wide on board with Mark Kinney down the back straight. What have you seen now, Andrew? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying it's the traction I think that's keeping Kid Dynamite out of Reese's reach.
Yep, seems to be using... Oh, Reese goes a little bit wide as that. Mark Kinney's not close to even get on the back of him at this moment in time, but you're right. Kid just looks to have that grip at the rear. Even the front as well seems to turn quite nicely, that Ferrari.
Yeah, he's just getting that kick out and then just go, right, I can just get the power out the traction zones quicker than Reese. That's why he's just keeping the gap, and I think he's going to do it.
I think you could be right, but who knows what's going to happen in MRC. Gistard was on for podium. Now he's down in 12th. Doesn't look like he's going to score any points at all. And here we are, the run to the line. Kid Dynamite, is he going to be far enough ahead? Let's have a look at Reese. Has he got any ERS left? He does. He's been burning it. It's a push towards the line. The gap was closing, but not enough. Kid Dynamite takes the win in using a simple term, a moist Interlagos, with Reese taking second. Mark Ainley with a fantastic comeback takes third. Ujoni fourth. Chris Bailey, good race from him, in fifth. Liverpool in sixth. Donald Duck, not the weather for him, unfortunately. He didn't paddle very well. He's in seventh. Bergen in eighth. Good points for the Williams. Xavier in ninth. And we'll come back for the rest of the Mark Ainley, sixth driver of the day. Who would your driver of the day be, Mr. Mond?
I would have to say it's a toss-up between two. It will have to be the Kid Dynamite, or it will have to be Mark Ainley, I think.
I can't disagree with you in any way, shape or form there, my friend. I think you're right. Kid was a great race. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Mark Ainley, I have to say. The pace he had, started 11th, 2 pit stops rather than everyone else. A lot of people only stuck with the 1 and made it to third, and showed some fantastic pace and racecraft. And that move round outside of turn 3 was just absolutely superb. I'm going to have to go Mark Ainley, I think. But there we are, folks. Dynamite does take the win. Reese in second, Mark Henning in third, Johnny in fourth, Chris Bailey in fifth. Johnny with the fastest lap of the race as well, a 14.5, half a second quicker than a lot of the other drivers there. Liverpool in sixth, Johnny Duck in seventh, Berger in eighth, Xavier in ninth. Nick BT does get a point in 10th for Ferrari. Double points finish for them. Sergeant Uncle Sam 40 out of the points in 11th. Lauren Tier and J Sarge 12th and 13th. After that, really, I don't know what happened with that collision. Ryan, unfortunately, 14th. Calvin, 15th. Did not finish either of them. And then Confetti Craig, the Slayer, Seppi, G-Star as well. All 19 drivers. I have never lost my voice before. In MRC.
At least we know for next time.
Well, we do, don't we? Wow. What a race that was.
Interlagos never ceases to not disappoint.
Not at all. Really did not disappoint in any way, shape or form there, did it? That was just absolutely incredible. What a fantastic race that was. Yeah, just superb. Absolutely superb. Very well done. Yeah, sorry?
Classic track, classic races.
Yeah, wasn't it just? That is definitely, I think, one that a few of those drivers will be talking about for a little while to come. I won't be talking for a little while. I'll try not to tonight, at least. I think all that's left really on that one, folks, is to say well done to all of the drivers, especially those who managed to finish the race and kind of kept their noses clean. And then a big welcome back and a big thank you to my partner in crime and my teammate. Thank you, Andrew. It's been an absolute pleasure, my friend.
No, it has been good to get the old band back together, and this is only the first day, folks. There's two more days and 3 more races coming up, so stay tuned.
Exactly that. Couldn't put it better. Exactly, there are 3 more races this week. For anyone watching who are in MRC and even want to join MRC, get on the Discord. We will be there. Follow the links. People put up the links for you. We're on the F122 League Finder as well. Put it up. Someone will message you and we will induct you straight away, get your time trials in. You'll be straight into qualifying for MRC X on Friday, of course. 100% race, 71 laps around this Interlagos circuit. But yeah, that's wow, unbelievable, absolutely fantastic
race
it was. Thank you everybody for sticking with us through that, especially at the end there. That was seeing some incredible racing. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to the drivers. Thank you again, Andrew, my friend.
No worries, you take care of yourself.
And you, my friend. Thank you everybody. We will see you. Don't forget, 7 o'clock or Wednesday, Tier 3 action, followed by Tier 4 at approximately 8:45. And then after that, of course, 7:30 on Friday for MRCX. So we will see you on Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and we will see you soon. Good night.